under the nicety, these tough issues cannot be skirted around. These tough issues cannot be skirted around, which is deweaponization, SU agreement, consensus on NRC, consensus on fencing, poppy cultivation. Unless until these core issues are reconciled, you can continue to meet over a cup of coffee, you can have a release, but then nothing will change on the ground. Because people have taken position on these issues, hardened positions.
Kartike, first of all, I want to remind you that there is no such political crisis in Manipur because all the MLAs are intact and there is no such political problem. Second is the political demand made by the concerned persons. The MHA will deal with the concerned their respective people whom they have been dealing quite for prior to the conflict. The present conflict is more of ethnic conflict, and putting in another political solution and expecting too much with such sort of political agenda will not yield anything in this crisis. This I want to make it very clear to all the viewers, and I appeal to the people of Manipur. Secondly, yes, the core issues. There are many contentious issues that has to be resolved, and most importantly, many of the administrative decisions taken by the Biren Singh led BJP government are challenged.
Spokesperson, you are the BJP spokesperson. Let me ask you, sir, what is the core issue of Manipur violence? Let me ask you, what is the core issue? आप बताइए मुझे core issue क्या है?
The core issue is the Kuki communities have grievances or protested against the various administrative decisions taken by the Biren Singh led BJP government. Suppose like the eviction of illegal occupants in the reserve and protected forests, and also the taking up of war against drugs. And there are many core issues that has to be deal by the government, and those are the things that the Kuki people have their own grievances and protested, and there are a lot more things that their elected representative have to do, which the present chief minister alone or the BJP government alone cannot take forward. So those are the issues that we need to deal as a citizen of Manipur. So this will those issues, of course, will be dealt. But for now, we need to create a conducive atmosphere. We need to deal with the law and order problem first. Other than that, the people needs to have a talking space first. Other than that,
Space first. No, let me,
talk
okay, talking
violence.
space. You are saying these are the core issues. Bupendra, Mr. Bhupen, what do you think are what is the core issue? Because ultimately you will have to come back to the core issue. What is the core issue?
Whose vocabulary is this the core issue? The entire state has been in turmoil. It's going to be 2 years. The government of India has set up their own the commission of inquiry. The commission of inquiry report hasn't come. Now it's going to be almost 1 year. If we are talking about the core issue, for us, the core issue is to bring back what Manipur was before 2017. This BJP has been in power in Manipur since 2017. Prime Minister Modi has become Prime Minister since 2014. We want to see our Manipur back, which was there before 2017. Whatever has happened in Manipur, it's almost like going back. So, if we are talking about the core issue, when will we ever talk about that I, being an ordinary citizen, when can I go, when can I move freely throughout the territory of my own state? Okay, you leave about me. When will the chief minister, when will be the council of ministers? When they can, when can the ruling MLAs can move around freely in any districts here in the state? So that's the point. But besides that, today, the entire world, the entire national media, even the entire media is talking about that there was a successful meeting. But if you read between the lines of what is there in the PIB press release today, it clearly mentions that they just had a meeting, that these MLAs came and they met together in New Delhi. Where they have met, it's also not mentioned there. Who convened the meeting is also not mentioned there. Any officials of the home ministries who were present there. Those names, those officials are also not present, mentioned here. So it appears, it is very clear from the writing here of the PIB press release that these MLAs, they just came and they met in Delhi to discuss on the current scenario. And what was the role of the BJP MLAs? They were were there no officials from the Ministry of Home Affairs? If they were so, then their names, at least their official positions, their designations should have been mentioned here in the PIB press release. Because this PIB press release will become a record 20 years down the line, 50 years down the line. So if I see this PIB press release today, after 50 years, let's say in 2050, what will the people in 2050 think of this press release? That they just came and they came from different parts of the country and they met together, sat somewhere in New Delhi, and they had a meeting. And after almost 1.5 years gone, they appeal to shun the path of violence. Rahul Gandhi ji has come thrice here in the state of Manipur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has chosen not to visit Manipur. If if the government of India really wants to bring peace and normalcy here in the state, at least they should at least have an audacity to listen to Rahul Gandhi's appeal. And his simple appeal is, let the Prime Minister visit here in Manipur and meet the people of Manipur. When will he come here in Imphal? Or when will he go anywhere here in Manipur? We would like to know. He hasn't come in 2024 Lok Sabha election.
Okay,
I don't
Bhupen,
Modi as the
Bhupen,
Prime
let me
Minister
ask you, Bhupen, let me
Go
ask
on,
you a
line.
pointed question. Let me ask you a pointed question, because then I'll go
Yes.
to Mr. Lamjathang. What is your party's position on 6th schedule? Do you think that there can be a compromise on 6th schedule? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ.
No. The sixth schedule is a constitutional, is a very sensitive issue. We can't hold a mere discussion just like that. That question you have to raise. You have to ask to the BJP Chief Minister and the BJP Prime Minister, what is the status of the Meitei Scheduled Tribe demand? What has happened to that? When will the BJP Chief Minister recommend that? When will the Prime Minister, BJP Prime Minister bring up that issue? It was Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh who gave 40 minutes to the delegation of Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee for Meitei, for Manipur, way back in 2011 and 12. That's the whole point. So the entire issue cannot be discussed in a mere peaceful manner. Manipur is a small state. Manipur is a small state. The territorial, the political, the administrative, financial integrity of the state should be there as it is. That is why
Okay.
our MLA.
ठीक है, you have made your point. I want Michael Lamjathang to respond to it. ठीक है, your point taken. Mr. Lamjathang, I would like you to respond to the points that Bhupendra has raised.
Kartike, first of all, I want to maximum as much as possible don't want to politicize this present ethnic conflict violence. Despite my party affiliation, I always wanted to contribute in such a way that my words or my comments should be more of approaching advocating peace.